everybody, it's me Nia. It's probably no shock to you that makeup sometimes isn't the most affordable thing, but loads of people don't even bother giving the cheaper brands a go. If you're just starting out with makeup, then cheaper brands are perfect to practice with and just play around with, and many people, young and old, sometimes use these products as well as their more expensive makeup. I thought I'd go to Primark and look at their makeup range and basically give you my thoughts, views and opinions on their products and let you know if they're easy to apply, actually work and how long they last. I've been testing them all through this week so I can review them properly. When I went into the shop, I noticed that the makeup was split into two sections, the normal Primark makeup section and then the PS Pro section, which is supposed to be a bit better quality and a little bit more expensive than the other products. The first thing I picked up was from the PS Pro section, and it is just a primer which for £5 is actually quite good, and I'd definitely recommend it if you are on a budget. I'd heard so many good things about the normal Primark foundation and I was really excited to try it, but when I tested it out on my hand, every single shade was just way too dark for me, which is slightly embarrassing. So I looked at the PS Pro section and I found a foundation that fitted me a lot better than the others. I'm honestly not the hugest fan of this foundation, but for £5 it's not horrifically bad. It just doesn't really have as much coverage as I'd hoped and doesn't blend that well. I wanted it to cover my freckles like my Revlon one does, but it just didn't. I was having a little look at the stick concealers, but again they were all too dark for me, and then I spotted this little concealer palette for £3. I opened it to have a little look and it was just disgusting. People have been poking it with their nails and testing it out, and it was the last one left and I really wanted to try it, so they gave me a discount, and when I got home I majorly cleaned it with a lot of hand sanitizer. But after all of my efforts with this just isn't the best concealer. I had to pack a lot to actually get any coverage, and it just makes it feel so heavy on your face, which I don't think anybody really wants. I know I don't. I really needed a powder to set my makeup, so I picked up this loose face powder for £2. It's not the worst powder. It isn't really particularly amazing either. It's just very average. Primark has this bronze range for summer, so I picked up the bronze palette for £3. It has two bronzers and 4 eyeshadows, and I used this bronzer on the left. I found this wasn't the most pigmented bronzer, and I actually wasn't that big a fan of the shade on my skin either. I don't think that I'll be using this one again because my Benefit Hoola one is just so much better, although obviously that one's a lot more expensive. For blush, I picked up the £1.50 Primark blush stick. I found that this just didn't look very natural, the shade of pink. It was the only one they had, but it felt really sticky, like sunblock. I really did not like this product, and I'm going to tell you now. It's going straight into the bin after this. I got the Primark 9 shade eyeshadow palette for £2.50. I think this eyeshadow is one that definitely needs a primer, so I used the same primer from earlier. The eyeshadow was quite buildable, but at the same time it wasn't that pigmented, and the shades didn't look like they did in the packaging, which I thought was a bit misleading. This is okay, but if you were to compare it with Too Faced or Urban Decay, you get what you pay for with eyeshadow, I guess. I was actually extremely impressed with this felt tip eyeliner, especially being only £1.50. This is actually really good. Oh, I just dropped it, that flew out of my hand. My only issue is that it's a tiny bit scratchy when you apply it, but that's not the biggest deal considering the price. I was very impressed with this pencil eyeliner. To be honest, I really wasn't expecting it to be this creamy. It lasts really well, plus it's so pigmented and it's very good value. It also came in a 2-pack with a more pinky nudie colour eyeliner and a pencil sharpener, which I think is good too. Oh, it just fell out my hands again. This eyebrow pencil is so buttery that you could just make toast with it, you know, and that is not a good thing, because you just have to press so lightly and so gently so it doesn't look like you got Sharpies on your eyebrows. But the only thing that does make it better is that it's got this little tool. I would not recommend this product at all at any cost. It's rubbish. This is amazing. I would highly recommend picking up one of these eyelash curlers if you don't already have one, because this £1 Primark one is just as good, if not better than my £5 Superdrug one. Also, look how cute it is. I just love anything to do with rose gold, and this is just going straight in my makeup drawer, no question about that. Not the biggest fan of this mascara. I feel like it's very pigmented, but on its own without the curlers, it just doesn't give your eyelashes much lift and volume. Yes, it might be cheap, but it's not anywhere near as good as the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara, which is only a bit more money, and the Benefit Their Real Mascara is even better than that, but it's much more expensive. I picked up this lip crayon for £2, and honestly, it is so buttery and feels amazing on your lips. I really like this product, but it does leave a line on your lips after a while. I might use this from time to time though, I'm not sure yet. This caught my eye. It's just so bright, I thought I'd be adventurous and get it. I found this had great pigmentation, but it was quite hard to apply. I know that for £1.50 you can't expect amazing things, but I was a little disappointed. And also, this smells gorgeous. It smells like marshmallows, and I really like that. I think this liquid lipstick is actually brilliant for £2. The pigmentation is incredible, and it just glides on your lips like nothing else, leaving them looking like red velvet. But after an hour or so, it starts to get really uncomfortable and crumbly, which I didn't like about this product. This liquid lipstick would be great in photos, but if you want to wear it out, bear in mind that you will have to keep reapplying it. I think that some of this Primark makeup isn't great, some isn't too bad, and some is actually really good value for money. Most of it does seem to be step up from the Poundland Makeup Gallery range in quality as well as price, but none of this is particularly expensive. If I had to choose a couple of favourites, they would definitely be the pencil eyeliner and felt tip eyeliner, but I also love the eyelash curlers and the liquid lipstick despite it wearing off. The makeup brushes actually weren't that bad, they were better than the Poundland ones. The foundation brush and the concealer brush left lines on my face, so I had to go over with the egg sponge, which smelled disgusting. The powder brush didn't really have that many bad things about it, other than a few of the brush hairs kept falling out. But when you hold it up next to my Real Techniques one, you can definitely feel the difference in quality. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a huge thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Comment down below which of these products is your favourite, and I will see you next time. Goodbye!